So we have, I said right, we have different special procurement scenarios like third party, okay, and consignment, okay, and we have subcontracting, and we have the STO process, and we have ERS, okay, and we have invoice plan, and we have a direct consumption, we have pipeline, okay, and we have we can do what else we can do, sales order uh, procurement and project order procurement, right? So we have so many other business process we have. So we'll discuss one by one. Okay, let's go to consignment first. Okay, so what do you mean by consignment process? What do you mean by consignment process? Consignment process is nothing but like a we requesting vendor to keep the stock in our premises. Whenever we require the stock, we just withdraw the stock from the existing stock. Okay, whatever the withdrawal stock we did, we'll pay the amount until the stock is the vendor ownership, with vendor's ownership, and it's not our ownership. And when we utilize and when we paid amount, then only we will consider the stock is the ownership is converted. Okay, that means we'll get the complete other authority on the existing products. Whatever you utilize the product or whatever you make the payment for that. Okay, so let's discuss about this consignment process. So best example for this consignment process is, okay, and electronics. Electronics, what will be happen if you go to any nearest showrooms, Bajaj Electronics or somewhere, you can see that so many products like LG refrigerator, TV, televisions, and micro ovens. Okay, these are too expensive products. So what they will do, okay, the companies, what they will do, they will keep the stock in their premises, owner premises. Whenever they get the order or maybe they are utilizing that product, okay, then only they will pay the amount for that, whatever they maybe it's sold out or maybe utilize that product. Okay, that is one example. Or we can have the one more example like cements also. Cement bags. Okay, I ordered 1 ton bags, but we have the dealing like, boss, today I cannot pay 10,000 tons cement at cost. Okay, what we will do? We'll pay amount. I will pay amount when I utilize this cement box. So instead of keeping their location, it is keeping our location, and we just utilizing that. And he will come and he will count it that, okay, boss, today you uh, you consume 100 bags cement, so please pay the 100 bags cement cost. Okay, so like that we can do. So now for this consignment PO, what are the mandatory? Okay, these are all already we discussed long back. If you see, if you can open the documents, the old documents. Okay, we already discussed the theory part. Now we are going into practical. Okay, the consignment process first step is info record is mandatory. Okay? Info record is mandatory. So I said right, info record we have info category. Do you remember? We have info category in the info record with consignment. There is a radio buttons in the screen. So last time when we discussed about the purchase info record, I said right, we can create a standard info record, we can create a consignment info record, we can create the subcontracting, we can create the pipeline, right? So this is the especially this info record is purpose of the creation of consignment info record. Okay, we cannot use the standard info record here. We can use only consignment info record. Okay, and in this consignment info record, you should maintain that. You must maintain that. Okay, tax code. Should maintain the tax code and price. These two are the mandatory. Okay, without these two, you should not create the info record. So tax code and price. Why, sir? Why we need to maintain this tax code here? I will maintain that at the time of PO. So this is the consignment PO. One thing is, you just remind this one. For this consignment PO, there is no invoice tab in the PO. So you cannot maintain a price here. There is no condition tab. Okay. So you cannot maintain the price in the PO. It is an agreement that initially we did agreement with info records. When you discussing with the vendor, you agreed with the vendor or vendor agreed with you. Okay, boss, I will not pay any amount while doing GR. Once we receive the stock, we will not pay any amount. Okay, we will not pay any amount once we receive the goods. We will pay only when we consume the product or when we sold the product. Right. So in that case, I will not enter any price in the PO. It is agreement. We will be entering in the info record level. So the payments all it will be happen where from the price will pick from the info record, not from PO. Okay. So here in the PO we don't have any condition tab. Okay, for consignment PO. Clear? Any doubts on this one? Hello? Any doubts? Now, let's see how.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఇది కన్సర్మెంట్ యూస్ చేసినప్పుడు జస్ట్ యూ కెన్ యూజ్ జస్ట్ కన్సర్మెంట్ అంటే ఇది ఇప్పుడు కన్సర్మెంట్ అంతా యూస్ చేయాలి స్టాండర్డ్ యూస్ చేయడానికి రాదు అంతే కదా.
Sorry?
స్టాండర్డ్ ఇందులో యూస్ చేయలేము కదా స్టాండర్డ్ ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ యూస్ చేయలేము అంతే.
So you should create info record with your consignment subcategory. Info category.
Okay.
So I can show you here. We have the option like consignment here. So you should create info record with this category, consignment. Okay. You cannot use the standard ones. Okay. And okay, let's see. We already created, I think, consignment, but I'll see that again. I will create one more consignment info category. Okay, let's will create a vendor tree, and let's assume that product. This is he is my consignment vendor. Okay, and the same thing which is. Okay, I'm just creating that. Okay, info record with consignment consignment info category. Okay, so now I'm just entering consignment info record. Now You can enter whatever the required details, vendor sub range, if you have vendor sub range, or okay, salesperson telephone number, anything which is required, you can enter the okay certificate, if anything valid certificate which you need to write, center of country of origin, when it is the product original manufacturing country. Okay, so you can enter all these details, and then we'll enter the details, plan delivery time, and the purchasing group, tolerances, and tax code. So tax code is mandatory here. We have to enter the tax code here, right? So let's maintain the tax code. Then anything which is mandatory, the price you can, it is mandatory here. So let's assume that 1,000 rupees per one piece. Okay, and you can enter the other cost also. Whatever the cost you want to enter, you can enter the costs also here. Cost is nothing but like a freight charges and all. I'm talking about discount, freight charges, surcharges, any labor charges, anything which you need, you can enter here from the condition tab. So normal price I just entered 1,000 rupees. Okay, and if you want, you can enter the other details also. Freight which you want to be maintained has a 10 percentage. Okay, I think these okay, we can maintain this one. I think here what will be happen? Okay, the price. Okay, so okay, so price will be picking from the info record. Price will be picking from the info record. Clear? Price will be picking from the info record when you're paying the amount to the vendor. Okay, now my info record it is created. Okay, my info record it is created. Now what I can do, I can create a PO with reference to this material number and vendor number. Okay, let's create a PO. So for standard PO and for standard PO and for normal consignment PO, what is the difference? How system knows that this is the consignment PO or it is a standard PO? Based on the what we entered in the item category. So in this item category, whatever we entered, okay, based on this one, the system will understood that okay, this is not standard. Okay, if it is blank, that is standard. Okay, if it is a consignment, then you have to select the K. Okay, and let's and I will copy this info record number and I will paste here. Okay, so enter the details, other details. Okay, and what are the other details? Vendor history. The store location 1,000 and the company purchase organization 000. Okay, and so once you enter all the details, okay, once you enter all the details, then the system will pick automatically based on this item category. So if you see that if you not enter the item category, then the system will consider that okay, this is the not consignment uh, consumer PO. So if you enter the K, then the system will consider this is the consumer PO. If you are not entered anything which is here, then it system consider that okay, this is the standard PO. Okay, so let's try. I will enter that K also. Okay, now I'm entering here consummate POK. Okay, then I'm entering the plant details here. Okay, then I'm entering that PO quantity. So if you see the standard and the consummate PO, what is the difference here? Okay, so it is telling that okay, okay. So here if you see that the net price and it's a grayed out. You cannot enter this net price. And if you see that there is no condition tab also, invoice tab, condition tab, there is no invoice tab and condition tab. So for particularly consummate PO, we don't have the condition tab and we don't have invoice tab. So in interview point of view, it is very important. Okay, the prices will pick from the info record, not from the consummate PO. So we don't have any price in the consummate PO. We'll maintain the price and tax code. All it is from the info record for the payments. Okay, clear? This is the point for this consummate PO. Okay. Now I'm just ordering 10 pieces or 10,000. Okay, something we ordering here. Okay, and you cannot see here the price and tax code and all. Okay, it is capturing uh, from the condition record, so info record, where we maintained initially at the time of uh, creation of info record with discussion with the vendor. Now we create the PO, right? After creating PO, okay, assume that we receive the stock from the vendor. Okay, we'll receive the stock from the vendor. Okay, but the ownership will not be changed here. Okay, as per the consignment process, what is that? They just keep the stock in their premises. They will not transfer the ownership. They will only just putting the stock in your premises. Okay, now PO is created. Let's go to PO, creation of GR. Okay, so let's go to creation of PO, creation of GR. So slash and MIGO, MIGO, and go to MIGO and enter the PO number. Select the goods receipt and enter PO. So the process will be the same. Okay, the process will be the same here at the time of GR. Okay. So PO, let's see, PO will check that why it is not, okay, plant is wrong. Okay, I entered plant wrong. Let's see, any release strategy it is there, no release strategy. Okay, and might be, I just entered the wrong, PO entered, but it is also taking the plant code. Okay, so removing this one, plant code here, and enter. Okay, now you can see that how much quantity you received, how much quantity, you can enter the how much quantity you received, and uh, which location you want to be captured, this where you want to keep the stock. Okay, and partner, purchase order. Okay, if you see here, okay, this is the movement type. Okay, especially for this consignment PO, the movement type is 101K. K is the represent that consignment. Okay, so in interview point of view, they will clearly ask about that. What is the movement type for this consignment PO? So you need to tell 101K, not 101. 101 is the standard, and 101K is for the especially for the consignment PO. Okay, and select item OK. Okay, and check all the details, and if you have the delivery date, delivery note, bill of lading, okay, these numbers you can enter, LOE number, and those anything which we need to be filled, you can fill it. Okay, check.
Screen visible అవ్వట్లేదన్న. స్క్రీన్ కనిపించలేదన్న.
Now
అర్జున్ నీకు కనిపిస్తుందా?
నాకు అనిపిస్తుంది అన్న.
okay, I think net problem ఉంది.
ఓకే ఓకే నేను చెక్ చేస్తాను.
Okay, so document okay, and click on post. Reconnect. Okay, so now stock we received. Okay, but how we know that once we receive the stock, okay, whether this is a vendor consumer stock or it is a my own stock, how we know? Okay, how the location people knows that okay, the stock is our stock or it is the consumer vendor stock. Okay, so there is a representation like in the stock overview. So what is the stock overview transaction code? MMB. MMB is the, we can see the stock, existing stock, okay, and where it is located, we can see that, okay. Or you can click here also the button, okay, this button, if you click this one, it will go to MMB, okay. So I can go like, let's see, let's show you this one, okay. It is opened or not yet opened? Why it is not opening? Okay, it is open. See here, this is the MMB stock. Okay, if you want, if you have any doubts, you can see in the by clicking on the slash and slash o MMB. Okay, now after entering the slash o MMB, you can see that okay, you just need to enter the material number, plan details. Okay, and the store location and execute. Okay, once you enter all these thing details, okay, you can see that this is unrestricted. Unrestricted is that a valid stock. We can use the stock. So we already discussed this one last time. So unrestricted, blocked, written stock, quality stock, like that we have discussed about that, right? So this is unrestricted stock. We can use the stock. And now, especially if you see that the vendor consumption stock is separately there, it is determined. So it will display the stock separately for this vendor consumption stock. Okay, so that okay, tomorrow I can see that okay boss, this is vendor consumption stock. Okay, so this is not our regular stock, we cannot sell directly, we have to follow some process for vendor consumption. Okay, so this is the way we can identify the vendor consumption process. Okay, now we receive the stock, but the ownership of the stock which is not yet changed, it is still with vendor. It is still with vendor only. So whenever we need the stock, we will utilize the stock. So how we can consume the stock? Okay, so I have 1,000 stocks. Suppose today I need 10 pieces. So let's say I need 10 stock I want to utilize. Then what I can do? I can go to MIGO. Okay, I can go to MIGO and select that goods issue. Guru, you are there? Guru?
Yeah.
You are able to see that screen?
Yeah, visible.
Okay, goods issue and other. then 201K. Okay, if you want to particularly use for the cost center, 201K. That means we are consuming to the some department. Some department they are asking. So, okay, so I just do consuming the stock for the own purpose. Okay, so select the 201K. Okay, and enter the material number. The material number 100 plus 100. Enter plus 100. Sir, so we are consuming the stock. So directly we are taking from this to this store, this vendor consumer stock, and it will we are utilizing directly to the utilizing in the our cost center or departments, or we can sometimes we can sell to customer also. Okay. Did you see this concept vendor consummate? If you see that, I have seen one place in that they maintaining separate location as a vendor consummate. They are mentioning like okay, they're mentioning big board as a consummate stock. This is that they will maintain separately in the location only. They will separately maintain this stock. Okay, they don't want to be merged into a regular stock. So what are the mandatory here? What you need to remind here? The mon type is 101K, and the item category is K, and the info record which is created with info category sub consignment. Okay, and we need to be maintain the info record price and taxes in the info record level because we don't have any condition tab to maintain at PO level. Okay, the price and tax code we don't have an option in the PO level to maintain that. Okay, and moreover, whatever moreover the stock is, it's not my stock. It is a vendor consignment stock. It's not my own stock. Okay, and the mum type is here 101K. And one more concept, one more thing you need to remember that while creating this consignment PO, will the accounting documents will not be generated. The accounting documents will not be generated. Why? Because we are not paying any amount. We are not ready to pay any amount to the vendor, and it is not liable to us. The liability will be transferred only when you are paying the amount. When you are transferring or when you are consuming the stock, then only it will be possible. So this case, we are not utilizing the stock. Okay. Now why it is taking so much time? Create one more screen. And you said right yesterday, sir, I just got a lock problem. Okay, what you can do in that case, lock problem, go to SM tool. Okay, SM tool is the we can see that how many screens which is open and somewhere it is locked. Okay, you can see like that. Okay, here there is no lock. Okay, if there is any lock is there, then we can see here in the list. Okay, like suppose. Uh, somebody they are using somebody they are using my screen. Okay, that those cases you can go in SM12 and you can close that. Okay, I will show you sometime later when you get this error. Okay, lock period. Now let's go to again we'll do this one MIGO and 201K goods issue and date when you want to utilize and the material. Okay. Okay, so I enter the material number 201K and quantity. I just want to utilize the 10 quantity, and plant is the 1100, and store location is 0001. Okay, and vendor consumption stock, right? This is vendor consumption stock. Okay, and which vendor is like 3, and check. Okay, so while you are selecting the K 201K, okay, you must be enter the cost center also. So what is the cost center? You need to be enter here. So existing cost center you can take any of the one cost center you can take. Okay, so I will take any of the existing any of the existing uh, cost centers like finance department. So my finance department, they are asking that they want to be stock. Okay, click on check. Okay, version 0 is not defined for the physical year. Oh my God, this is something. So this finance related, what they did. Let's see. Try with the other customer. If I get the same problem, okay, then we'll try. We'll delete. We'll check that. What is the problem? Okay. Now enter this cost center. Still we are getting this problem. Version 0 not maintained for the physical year. Okay, let's see. This is finance related. Okay, version 0 is not defined for the physical year. The version 0 is not defined for the controlling area, 1000 for the physical year. So whenever you are using, then you will get this problem. Yes. Okay, so controlling area, 1000. Let's see that what it is missing here. Now select the version 0 line. Okay, now select version 0. Okay, and select the physical year. Something which is getting problem for other things. We're talking about the 0, but here we are getting some other problem. So this is the CO configuration, not MM configuration. Okay. Controlling area. FI people, they have to do this configuration, or freelance have to do. So Guru, you copied from 2121, which is from 1100, 1000 plan, 1000 company code.
21 Anna?
You created 2121, right? 9999 company code.
Yeah, yes, Anna.
Okay. Copying from the which company code?
1000.
Still I'm getting problem. This execution is inconsistency. Exclusion use. Yeah, where it is? Where is the exclusion use? The people, they are doing so many testings in here, right? So they are what we need to do one thing, that we need to be sorted out this one. Okay, how we need to sort it out and all, we need to check that, or else it will not be go. The following should be taken into account when maintaining the general planning and overhead cost controlling. Think not sure, but not doing. Not doing. I'll get one more server, guys. Okay, I'm just planning to get it one more server. Okay, so let's see how it is that this server is very day by day we are getting so many problems. Cannot wait to everything. If we need to sort out and we need to do, then it will take a long time. No, sometimes we'll get an error message, but it's good. But every time if we are getting the error, every transaction if we are getting error, then when will be completed? Process and all. And the server is slow in some cases, and the finding that all is too exclusion use. Just a moment, we'll search in the Google what we can do this one. So when you're maintaining this configuration, it is getting problems ego level. What is the issue? Okay. Just go back general version, definition folder. Folder change the version 100 for the field exclusion use for the okay. What is this? Where we need to go? General version definition folder. Where it is definition folder? Go back to general version definition folder. It's not allowing to me, right? It's not allowing to me to do this. First thing is not going there. We'll see some other options. Remember that better SSF for this ticket. Stupid ticketlu ఎన్ని కూడా కష్టం. TKVS table. So in the TKVS table, EXUVS table. Anything else standard you change that for planning data. Yeah, so what is the field name? EXUK. It is checked here. So okay, how to change this one? Plan record planning data. Okay, you need to change this one. Let's try. Can we change this one? TKVS. No, it is not accepting. TKVS. It is not internet stable. Okay, so what we can do?